Okay, dear friends, let us now today try to discuss uh, a poem known as Lullaby by Akan people from Ghana. Lullaby by Akan people from Ghana. This poem, of course, has 9 verses. The title is Lullaby. Now let me recite direct. Someone would like to have you for her child, but you are mine. Someone would like to lay you on a costly mat, but you are mine. Someone would like to place you on a camel blanket, but you are mine. I have you to lay on a tawny old mat. Someone would like to have you as her child, but you are mine. So this poem also from these collections of poems by David Rubadili here, Growing Up with the Poetry, of course it talks about uh, a poem which is Soothing Children. Soothing Children. And of course it's talking about a woman who is proud of her own child, regardless of the environment she got that child. And of course this poem, by tracing to the title is direct because what is discussed here of course resembles with the uh, content of the poem itself. So the title is direct, as I have said. Lullaby refers to poems which are normally there for soothing children. That is Lullaby. And the tone of this poem, of course, is happy. Why do we say happy? It is because we see a woman who is proud of the child's good behavior, of getting contented with what is given to her or him. She enjoys of giving him, it may be sleeping on the old tawny mat, as a tawny old mat. And also apart from tone, also we can look at the sound features. Of course there is rhyme of mine, but you are mine, in the second and the fourth stanza, as well as the sixth not stanza, I'm sorry, verse. The second verse, the third verse, the fourth verse, and the sixth verse talks about but you are mine, but you are mine, but you are mine. So there is repetition there. Mine, but there is no regular rhythmical sound. There is no regular rhythmical sounds in oral verses. Apart from that, the structure of the poem, of course, this poem is made up only one stanza, but within that stanza there are 9 verses. Figures of speech which can be obtained here are repetitions. But you are mine, someone would like, someone would like, someone would like, someone would like have been repeated more frequently, showing that this persona, a woman, now is proud of her own child. And apart from that, also there is the language used. The language used in this poem, of course, is very simple language and clear. Everyone knows that this poem is talking about a woman who is prouding of her own child. And also apart from that, as the parts of apart from that, also we can comment on the type of the poem. The type of the poem, this of course can be said to be modern, although there are some rules which are like of the of the uh, of we can say that of the which follows traditional ways of forming poems. For instance, here there is costly mat, blanket, old mat. There is the use of tt at the end of the of some of stanzas. Some of the end of verses, I'm sorry, not stanza. Remember, this poem is made up of only one stanza. Therefore, at the end of different verses, mat, blanket, and mat also. These are what we call rhyme, but it is not as it is supposed to be. There are only few, some of the rules of traditional poems. That's why I can say that this maybe is a modern poem. Also themes, of course there are so many, but once of course popular are love to the child, as we have said the persona, how she loves her child. And the second is poverty, when the persona says I have you to layer on a tawny old mat. Tawny old mat may be used to symbolize poverty, that this persona has no ability to buy what, of course blanket or costly mat, rather she can manage to have the old one, the tawny old mat. But not only that poverty, also there is the value of children. People are supposed to value children, and feel proud, saying, for instance, in the poem she says that, but you are mine, but you are mine. Someone would like to have you, but you are mine. Someone would like to layer you on a costly mat, but you are mine. So also another thing is the value of the child, that you have to value a child regardless of the environment you are living. How poverty you are does not matter. You have to value for the children. Now the message you can get in this poem is that everyone is supposed to be proud of his or her own family and properties. Everyone is supposed to be proud of his own family and properties, like how this persona, a woman, values her children. Now this is what I can share with you, and this poem, of course, in terms of relevance, it is relevant to our contemporary society, since that what are being discussed here, of course, happens in our society. There are people who live poor life, but still they show love to their children, they show love to their families in general, and the neighbors at all. That's why we say this poem is relevant. But also this poem is relevant because, of course, people are still poor in our society. People are still poor in our societies. There are people who are still rare, who are still sleeping on of course, Tony Oldimat, like what the persona said, that I have you to layer on a Tony Oldimat. There are people who are still living poor or barbaric life. Apart from that, now I can say that I have nothing to share with you. That what I want is for you to comment, to like, and if possible to subscribe. I beg you to subscribe if you enjoying my service. Thank you very much for listening. But also you can contact me, or you can send me a message through my email address, which is godsondanthony@gmail.com, or a godson222@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.